5 o'clock, the special meeting of the Henderson City Council, Monday, June 24th, 2024 is called to order. First order of business is, what's that?
James was not coming.
James is not coming, we don't have anything. Our emergency manager, actually the first order of business really, and this is why we're here, is to pass this resolution. Basically, I declared an emergency on this Friday, and this simply is a procedure that allows us to receive compensation if disaster funding becomes available, which it probably will. That is why we're having that meeting. So.
Can I add a little something to that?
Sure.
The mayor can do it for 72 hours. Takes the council to ratify it to extend it another 30 days, so.
Right.
So I make the motion to pass the resolution 2024-13.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion made and carried. That was the intent of this meeting, but if people have questions, we're more than willing to provide answers.
How do you guys gonna think we're gonna get affected if that rapid dam goes down?
National Weather Service gave us the official word this afternoon that they expect about that much will affect Henderson from the Rapidan Dam.
So from the time that falls till it gets here?
Well,
Historically, if Mankato gets a 2-foot rise, 2 days later we get a 1-foot rise. You know, the big push from Mankato with this Rapidan deal is in theory lost in the first 10 miles. But I don't know if it's highway miles or river miles. Either way, we're still a long way away. So, and there's so many more valleys back up into get spread out.
Well, the way they're closing highway 169 right goes down.
Yep.
It's closed.
But those areas are pretty flat.
well, and we go by the river gauge and the predictions, and they are extremely accurate. Right now, we're looking at a 740.5 crest, and that's 0.4 of a foot higher than the highest flood of record. And there's no reason to believe they don't know what they're talking about.
So if we don't get any more rain, it will go, what, 2 or 3 inches higher?
It could go 2 or 3 inches higher as they recompute. They're constantly recomputing. And depending on what happens tonight with rain or something else, I mean, it could deviate. But, you know, in my experience, it's really kind of at the peak. And
It's close to me too, and the only bad part is it's going to be a long event, not a
Yeah.
short event.
yeah.
We're still predicting a crest on Wednesday.
2 or 3 weeks at least.
Last time there's.
Well, I'll tell you, sir, one year we patrolled a levee for 6 weeks. 1 year, so.
Depends on what boulders and trees and stuff, what they do in.
How about the trees? Because if you watch that rapid dam thing, there's so many huge tree logs down there pushing on that thing. What happens if they come up against the bridge? And who's responsible?
The bridge has been up.
So if they don't want to take the logs out of there, then we're...
Right. And at a certain point, they don't put their people on the bridge to get them off because of safety. Because the bridges sit on the piers. They're not fast enough, you know, so, because they move with expansion and contraction, so. But, yeah, I know there's one bridge close, I don't remember which one, one of the midnight guys this morning told me, oh, we got called out, we ain't going up there. So, he told us not to go out there because it was so far up on the beams, you know, and he said the logs are actually on the downstream side, but still, we have people there and pressure on the beams, you know, so.
Denise?
I have 2 questions. What is the actual height of the levee? What is it? Is it 740 or 743? How do we know what the, what we we should,
The dike is built to stand up to 744 feet of water.
okay,
So that's 3.5 feet of freeboard
okay.
that, I mean, there's certain protocols we have to take if it starts to approach. Well, actually, where we're at now, there's a few more.
Okay, and then what is, if we end up being in that situation, what is our evacuation procedures? Because I don't know any of that since I've lived
We
here.
will know, we have plenty of notice. I mean, we will know we'll know basically by the hour as it goes up, and the projections are redone several times a day, especially as it gets higher and higher. There's so much warning involved that, I mean, we're working in real time.
Well, and that's my concern, like, you know, Rodriguez and I are good friends, and I called his kids and I said, I don't know what's going on with the river, you guys are closed in, somebody should get over here and get to him, because if this river does go up, how is he gonna get out? He doesn't drive. You know, we have a lot of elderly in our community, and, you know, we don't have maybe it won't work this time, but we should probably have a better evacuation plan for all our grandparents that are here in town independently, that are locked off from all their other family members. And then the other question I have with that is, a lot of us have second or third cars. Would Hilltop be accessible to us to park our extra cars up on the hill?
We're getting way ahead of
Well,
us.
I'm just asking because, I mean, I've been in situations where there's been storm surge and you're SOL, you don't get an hour. And so
Yeah,
I'm just asking.
you will get far more than an hour. You will get literally days of warning on this. If you go on the National Weather Service,
Yeah, I follow them.
then you see how they project and how often they project a higher crest.
Right.
So we're at 740.5 right now projected. The dike is built to 744. It literally you would have to open and surge forth the waters of the earth in order to have a scenario you're
Okay.
You're
And again, like I said, it may not be applicable today, but I don't know of an evacuation procedure, and I'm a project manager in my past, and I believe in being prepared for situations like this. And it would be nice if we had, like, we know there's a lot of elderly at so these states, okay, what's our process for making sure those people are out and safe? You know, are there volunteers who will do that?
There would be volunteers, but we also have contacts with bus companies.
Okay, see, that's the stuff we don't know.
Right.
Tom has a big book, that's the emergency management manual.
Okay, and that's what I would like to, that's what I'm just trying to say, is there something?
One thing I gotta say about Henderson, and it's not only because I live there or emergency management, but the levee here is taken care of way better than a lot of levees throughout the states. 'Cause we don't let trees grow. And that's one of the biggest things is some communities let trees grow on them and then they get a certain size and then people don't want them to cut them down. Well, safety or beauty, you gotta figure it out. So.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Will some of the emergency management plan be available for publication at some point, if that becomes necessary?
Say what?
Will some of the plan be available for publication at some point?
You did try that.
If,
'Cause we pretty much go under the county one.
I mean, we don't really
Yeah.
need the second,
Yeah,
but
yeah. And I think they're just redoing the 5-year plan, so, yeah.
I was up in Mankato today, I've been there all day, and they've got, well, I'm sure from Rapidan on down, it's many, many people
They got
monitoring.
bucket loads of sand and dirt they're putting down.
Well, a lot of the clay from the Walmart project got diverted to pits, so to protect the pits, so you can still get the sand in that, So,
But I mean, there's hundreds of people out there, I mean, they're on every bridge, and they're there all day watching.
And our levee does get inspected each year by the Army Corps of Engineers. I'm sure if everybody's aware of that.
Well, I think the county just did a new emergency
Yeah.
plan, did they not?
Yeah, they did that many years ago, but I think it's tweaking it a little bit or something,
Yeah, I know the store's working on that
Yeah.
right now too.
so.
And we'll be going on 24-hour levee patrol within the next couple days.
Thank you.
So the DNR takes care of the river reading gauges. They just reset a staff gauge today, so the automatic reading one goes down. Then we have to read the manual one every 3 hours and then report that to the weather service so they can do the calculations and update.
How do you guys notify the people when there's gonna be an issue, you tell?
Well, I guess I always thought we'd use code red with the county, you know, and that goes right to your phone.
So if you don't have that set up on your phone, I suggest you do.
Yeah.
I have it on mine.
What's it called? Code red?
Code Red through Sibley County.
Yeah,
It sends you an alert on your phone.
I think it comes off the tax ticket.
Plus, I'm sure we would be posting everything on social media. We have a wonderful fire department, police department.
I would imagine that civil defense.
We can call National Guard if we need to. We had them here in 2014, 2010, maybe both, I don't remember.
I know a lot of people make, I'm sorry, can you talk about it?
That's okay, go ahead.
I guess because like I said, I like to plan and know things, and when you get in this and you go, oh, what the heck? It would be kind of neat to have like a sheet that, okay, you know how we know what to do when there's a tornado, we know what to do with this. I think it can happen any year. It can happen back in September. I mean, we already lost one house to this rain and flood stuff in 2014. I'm not real thrilled about possible second, and maybe that's why I'm a little nervous too. So, I guess I would like to see, here's what Henderson's gonna do. We're gonna meet at the town hall, we'll send out an email communication. We don't have a text message distribution list, and that would be something that would be really nice that we could do if there's, evacuate. Because not everybody's on Facebook. I pulled myself up off the last election year, hardly ever on now.
And that's the big thing about code red, so.
Yeah, but that would be, never heard of it, and I can probably heard of it, don't say, so it'd be good to have like a manual or something on our website that says that. More layman's terms, not
A
city.
little bit coming.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it came out, and I think it was a property tax that comes here a year or two ago, and then again, but it's a deal just to get registered on it, and then you'll start getting it, so.
Okay, thank you.
All right, anything else? Then, the meeting's adjourned.
Do you have anything for us?
Yeah, I actually do.
Oh, I'm sorry, the meeting's not adjourned.
Not adjourned yet.
We still have,
So our flows, the sewer flows, is what I'm more concerned about than anything. A week ago, we were at pushing 200,000 gallons a day, which is typical for this type of thing. Last night, we pumped over 500,000. So there are, I'm guessing there's floor drains and some pumps that are going into the sewer, which we need to address. I took a drive down, you can tell, there's one guy pumping out, another guy pumping out, the middle guy isn't, so I was starting to check on them last night, and I got maybe 10 of them done, so,
so where should they be draining?
out to the street.
Well, they have to go to
Yeah.
the street, you can't pump into the store.
Yeah, at any time you can, so,
Anytime, yeah. Did you find any that were?
2 of them,
Two of them?
yep.
Can we post something on the website to all homeowners that there's some pumps should be draining to the street?
Not only that, but don't we get kind of a fine or have we charge on,
Well,
we have a base.
the problem is it isn't all being pumped in. And we knew this was going to happen when we improved our sanitary sewer, that the individual lines into the houses, when the water table comes up, literally become drain tile.
Yep.
And while if you run a camera down those lines at this point, you would find whether they're pumping or not, water's coming out of those.
Yeah, I've been monitoring the manholes. Everything that we did on the south side of town and up by the new stuff down is good. It's the north side of town that's coming in now.
Okay. And do we know what the capacity is? Is there an upper capacity for the lift stations that get it to the sewer?
We can go up to 800,000
Okay.
a day.
Okay, Ron brought up last year about the leak on 6th Street by, what's his name? The tree cutter's dad, Gerald.
Oh,
So the corner of 6th and Oak.
In that whole area, that never got addressed.
no, we never got that.
So we know we have a leak there.
Yeah.
I do have one other question. Is water contamination an issue?
No. Our system is sealed and everything's within the
They've
city.
been talking about that on the news and stuff.
Yep, nope, we're fine.
All right, well, we can't dig a hole right now, so.
No. We could.
All right, now I will adjourn.
And just wait.
Wait, sorry.
So as far as our sewer, so it gets pumped to 2 lift stations, and it goes to Lee Sewer, which pumps another lift station, then it goes to Mayo Park. Mayo Park is probably gonna go underwater tomorrow morning.
So then what?
So we got it in place to where we're gonna wait till it fails, then we will do an emergency discharge. But we have it in place where we're getting somebody to bypass the whole Mayo Park, which is about half a mile, 3/4 mile. But that's part of ours, goes through Mayo Park,
But is that part of our distribution system?
not ours.
Good.
So Lee Sewer has to deal with all that, but they're gonna charge us back for all this that we're pumping to them.
James, I know
Can we add
we're
that to our
getting,
FEMA request when we do one?
I know we're getting high down in the Hummingbird Garden. Is that, I mean, I know it's a floodplain, so it comes through, but is that getting pumped at all?
Yeah, it is, but
It's not,
it has to stay in there somewhat to,
that's what I thought.
yeah.
You need to keep some water in there,
Yeah.
that way you get less infiltration and it helps on preventing sand boils.
Right.
So,
I just wanted to make sure that,
Yeah, I would suggest have nobody go down to the
yeah,
Hummingbird
no,
Garden.
we're staying out. The birds can take care of themselves.
Okay, now I'm done.
Okay, now I'll adjourn the meeting.